Let's begin by peeling back the veil of one of the most elusive concepts in secret societies, the 33rd degree. It's a title whispered about in conspiracy theories, debated among historians, and cloaked in a fog of mystique. But what does it really signify? Is it merely a ceremonial rank within Freemasonry, or does it hold the keys to ancient wisdom known only to a select few? The 33rd degree is often linked to the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, a fraternity that traces its roots back centuries, filled with layered rituals and complex hierarchies. Unlike the lower degrees, which are open to broader membership, the 33rd degree is an honorary rank. It's not something you can simply work your way up to. It's bestowed upon those who demonstrate exceptional service or dedication to the organization. But here's the real question. Why all the secrecy? Why does this particular rank evoke such fascination and speculation? Historically, Freemasonry has always been enshrouded in mystery, with its members pledging to keep their teachings and rituals hidden from the outside world. This secrecy wasn't born out of malice, but necessity. In a time when ideas of free thought, equality, and spiritual exploration were often punished, Freemasons created a safe haven to exchange revolutionary ideas. Over time, this aura of secrecy grew, feeding into the idea that the highest levels of Freemasonry, such as the 33rd degree, might harbor powerful knowledge about the universe, human potential, or even the divine. To put it into perspective, imagine being entrusted with a book of secrets that could alter how you perceive reality. For centuries, only a few were deemed worthy to access this book. Is the 33rd degree symbolic of that ultimate access? Could it be a gateway to a deeper understanding of life's hidden forces? Some argue that it represents mastery. Mastery not just of rituals, but of the self. It's said to be a rank that challenges one to live a life aligned with higher principles of wisdom, integrity, and universal truth. Consider this. Famous figures like George Washington, Winston Churchill, and Franklin D. Roosevelt were all Freemasons. Rumors suggest that some of these men attained the 33rd degree, fueling speculation about how this may have influenced their actions and decisions on a global stage. Were they operating with insights and strategies gleaned from ancient teachings? But here's where the intrigue deepens. While many believe the 33rd degree is purely symbolic, others insist it is a portal to esoteric knowledge, secrets passed down from ancient civilizations like Egypt, Atlantis, or Babylon. This knowledge, they say, includes everything from energy manipulation to understanding the nature of consciousness itself. Let's leave that thought hanging for a moment, because the next step in this journey is even more fascinating: the hidden symbols that surround us daily. What if the clues to this higher wisdom are right in front of you, woven into architecture, currency, and art? Stay with me, and we'll decode those symbols together. Take a moment to look at the world around you, your city's architecture, the currency in your wallet, even the logos of major corporations. Could it be that these seemingly mundane things are laced with hidden meanings, secret symbols that point to ancient knowledge? The idea isn't far-fetched when you consider the ties between the 33rd degree and the deliberate use of symbology to communicate messages understood only by the initiated. Let's start with one of the most recognizable symbols, the all-seeing eye, often surrounded by a pyramid. Most people know it from the back of the US dollar bill. But did you know this symbol predates modern governments? Its origins trace back to ancient Egypt, representing the Eye of Horus, a symbol of protection, power, and divine insight. Freemasonry adopted this icon to signify the watchful eye of a higher power and the pursuit of enlightenment. Now, here's the question. Why does it appear on something as universal as currency? Could it be a subtle reminder of the power structures and ancient principles that still shape society today? Another symbol tied to the 33rd degree is the double-headed eagle, a striking image often seen in Scottish Rite Freemasonry. This emblem represents duality, the balance of opposing forces like light and darkness, creation and destruction. It serves as a reminder that mastery over oneself requires understanding and harmonizing these opposites. What's fascinating is how this concept mirrors ancient teachings found in texts like the Tao Te Ching or the Hermetic Principles, which emphasize the unity of duality. But here's where it gets personal. These symbols aren't just historical relics. They hold practical lessons. For example, think about the concept of duality in your own life. Have you ever felt torn between ambition and rest, logic and intuition, or even hope and fear? Mastering your inner duality is key to achieving balance and unlocking your potential. A practical exercise? Start by journaling about the opposing forces in your life and how they influence your decisions. Awareness is the first step to mastery. Symbols aren't limited to imagery, though. Numbers also play a critical role in esoteric teachings, and one number stands out above all in this context: 33. It's no coincidence that this number appears in the 33rd degree. Numerologically, 33 is considered a master number, associated with spiritual growth, enlightenment, and the ability to influence the world positively. Ancient cultures, from the Babylonians to the Greeks, revered numbers as keys to understanding the universe. Now, think about how often you encounter the number 33. Is it a time on the clock, a street address, or even a page number in a book? What if these instances aren't coincidences but subtle nudges, a call to pay attention to your alignment with higher truths? To test this idea, keep a record of when and where you see the number 33 over the next week. Reflect on what's happening in your life during those moments. You might be surprised by the patterns you uncover. As we unravel these symbols and their deeper meanings, a larger question begins to emerge. Who placed them here, and for what purpose? Are they breadcrumbs left by ancient initiates, guiding us toward enlightenment? Or are they meant to remain hidden, only understood by those who achieve mastery? This brings us to the heart of the mystery, the guardians of this knowledge. Who holds the keys to the ancient teachings embedded in these symbols? And more importantly, how can we learn to access this wisdom ourselves? The answer lies in the next chapter, where we delve into the secret rituals and practices said to unlock this hidden power. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this: a dimly lit room, the scent of burning incense swirling in the air, and a circle of individuals clad in ceremonial robes. In the center, a sacred object, perhaps an ancient text, a symbolic artifact, or a radiant flame, commands attention. These aren't just theatrics. Rituals like these have been practiced for centuries, designed to open gateways of perception and connect participants to realms of higher knowledge. But what exactly happens in these mysterious rites, and how do they relate to the secrets of the 33rd degree? The rituals of the 33rd degree aren't just symbolic gestures, they're metaphysical tools meant to shift consciousness. One such practice is the Rite of Illumination. This ceremony involves meditation, sacred chants, and visualization exercises to activate what some call the inner eye or third eye. Rooted in ancient spiritual traditions, the third eye is believed to be a gateway to intuition, clarity, and divine insight. In modern terms, this could be likened to stimulating the pineal gland, a tiny but powerful part of the brain associated with perception and heightened awareness. Here's where things get practical. You don't need to be in a secret society to experience the power of these techniques. Start with a simple visualization exercise. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on the area between your eyebrows, the traditional location of the third eye. Visualize a radiant light expanding outward, filling your mind with clarity and insight. Repeat this practice daily, and you may find yourself making decisions with sharper intuition or noticing synchronicities in your life that weren't apparent before. Another practice linked to the 33rd degree is the use of sacred geometry, patterns and shapes believed to hold energetic power. You've probably seen images of the flower of life or the Metatron's cube, without realizing their significance. These intricate designs are thought to mirror the structure of the universe itself, serving as blueprints for creation and harmony. Members of the higher degrees often meditate on these shapes, or incorporate them into rituals to align their vibrations with universal energy. Want to try this for yourself? Print an image of the flower of life and place it where you'll see it often. Use it as a focal point during meditation, or simply gaze at it when you feel out of balance. The symmetry of these patterns has been known to promote a sense of calm and connectedness, grounding you in the present moment while subtly raising your vibration. Then there's the power of spoken word, a recurring theme in many secret teachings. Ritual chants and affirmations are integral to 33rd degree practices, often used to program the subconscious mind with empowering beliefs. Words, as simple as they may seem, carry vibration and energy. By speaking certain phrases with intent, practitioners believe they can rewire their mental states and even influence the reality around them. For example, a powerful affirmation used by initiates might be, "I align with the highest truths and unlock my limitless potential." The key is repetition and emotion. Saying these words daily, while truly feeling their resonance, can reprogram your subconscious to match the frequency of what you desire. This is not just mystical thinking. Modern neuroscience supports the idea that repeated affirmations can create new neural pathways, making the seemingly impossible feel achievable. As intriguing as these practices are, they only scratch the surface of what's hidden behind closed doors. What makes these rituals so impactful is the intent and energy behind them, something carefully cultivated over lifetimes by those who guard these secrets. But here's the twist. These techniques are only tools. The real power comes from within the practitioner, their willingness to seek, their openness to learn, and their discipline to apply these teachings. And this leads us to a deeper layer of mystery. Why were these rituals created in the first place? Were they designed to elevate human consciousness, or do they serve a more shadowy purpose? To uncover the true intent behind these practices, we must explore the people and entities that safeguard this knowledge. Who are they, and why have they kept this power veiled in secrecy? The answers await in the next chapter. Imagine a world where a select few hold the keys to wisdom so profound it could reshape societies, topple power structures, and ignite revolutions. These aren't the stories of fiction. Throughout history, secretive groups have emerged, guarding knowledge that transcends the mundane. But why the secrecy? Who are these gatekeepers, and why have they kept such transformative insights locked away from the masses? Let's begin with the enigmatic Freemasons, particularly those of the 33rd degree. While many view Freemasonry as a fraternity centered on charity and moral development, the higher degrees operate in a realm shrouded in mysticism and symbolism. At its core, the 33rd degree is not about power in the traditional sense, but about mastering the self, learning how to wield the mind, emotions, and energy to influence reality. Members of this exclusive rank are said to embody the balance between intellect and intuition, logic and spirituality. However, the secrecy surrounding the 33rd degree begs the question: is this knowledge withheld for noble reasons, or is there a darker agenda at play? The official narrative claims that the teachings are concealed to protect their sanctity and prevent misuse. After all, knowledge in the wrong hands can be destructive. But skeptics argue that withholding this power creates inequality, keeping the masses in the dark while a privileged few hold the reins of influence. To truly grasp the scale of this secrecy, consider this. Some of the most influential figures in history, presidents, inventors, and thinkers, have been linked to these secret societies. Figures like George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and even Mozart have been rumored to have connections with Freemasonry. But here's where it gets intriguing. The rituals and teachings they were exposed to weren't just moral guidelines. They were tools to harness energy, focus intention, and manifest goals into reality. Take, for instance, the concept of sacred oaths, a cornerstone of these secret organizations. These oaths aren't mere promises. They are energetic contracts, binding the individual to a higher standard of thought and action. Breaking such an oath is said to result in spiritual and even karmic repercussions, ensuring that those entrusted with this knowledge use it wisely. But what exactly are these oaths protecting? Could it be knowledge so potent it borders on the supernatural? Then there's the role of symbolism. Have you ever noticed the recurring imagery in places of power? Pyramids, all-seeing eyes, and the compass and square? These aren't just aesthetic choices. They are visual codes, each carrying layers of meaning. For instance, the all-seeing eye, often associated with the Illuminati, represents the idea of divine awareness, a reminder that one's thoughts and actions are always observed by a higher power or universal consciousness. But these symbols also serve another purpose. They are keys. By meditating on these images, practitioners are said to unlock deeper levels of understanding, accessing layers of reality that go unnoticed by the untrained eye. For example, focusing on the pyramid, a structure symbolizing ascension, can inspire individuals to align their energy and thoughts toward their highest potential. As you start to piece together these elements, it becomes clear that the guardians of this knowledge are playing a long game. By strategically revealing fragments of their teachings through symbols and whispers, they guide humanity toward a collective awakening, albeit at a pace they control. But here's the twist. The knowledge itself isn't inherently good or evil. It's the intent of those who wield it that shapes its impact. And this is where the real mystery unfolds. While many believe these secrets are locked away in ancient manuscripts or vaults, the truth may be far more accessible than we imagine. What if the real treasure is hidden in plain sight, embedded in our religions, philosophies, and even modern science? What if the ultimate secret is this? The power has always been within us, waiting to be unlocked. This realization brings us to an even deeper layer of mystery. If the knowledge is so transformative and potentially universal, why haven't more people discovered it on their own? Could it be that our modern distractions, constant noise, endless screens, and the pressure to conform, are deliberate obstacles, keeping us from awakening to our true potential? To find out, we must look beyond the surface and into the mechanisms that shape our beliefs, thoughts, and actions. What forces are at play, steering us away from this hidden power? The answers lie in understanding how external systems, education, media, and culture may be designed not to enlighten us, but to control us. And to fully grasp this, we must venture into the labyrinth of influence in our next chapter. Now we stand at the threshold of the greatest mystery. If such knowledge exists, knowledge that shapes leaders, drives revolutions, and perhaps even manipulates reality, how can one begin to access it? What steps can you take today to peel back the layers of secrecy and tap into the hidden power reserved for a select few? The first step is mastering the art of focused intention. This isn't some abstract concept. It's about training your mind to direct its energy toward a single purpose, much like a laser cuts through steel. Start small. For example, take 5 minutes each morning to visualize your day with absolute clarity. See yourself confident, capable, and achieving your goals. This simple exercise aligns your mind with the frequency of success and sets the tone for everything you do. It's a practice rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern neuroscience, leveraging the brain's ability to rewire itself through repetition. Next, study symbolism, not superficially, but deeply. The symbols used by secret societies like the 33rd Degree Freemasons are not random designs. They are energetic tools that encode universal principles. Take the compass and square, for instance. These symbols teach balance, balancing logic, the square, with creativity, the compass. To apply this in your life, ask yourself, where am I too rigid, and where am I too free-flowing? Balance these areas, and you'll notice how your life begins to flow with less resistance. Books are another gateway to this knowledge. Ancient texts like the Kybalion delve into Hermetic principles, while modern works like Think and Grow Rich, by Napoleon Hill, explore the connection between thought and reality. Commit to reading just one chapter a week, and you'll be astounded at the insights you uncover. Insights that seem almost tailored to your life's challenges. Then, there's the power of rituals. While rituals may seem archaic or mystical, they serve a psychological purpose. They anchor your intention. Start your own ritual, even if it's as simple as lighting a candle before journaling your goals at night. This act signals your subconscious that this time is sacred, sharpening your focus and amplifying your results. Imagine it as creating a direct line of communication with your inner self, free from external distractions. Meditation is your final key. High-level initiates from various traditions have emphasized meditation as the portal to higher understanding. Not just any meditation, but focused meditation. Begin by concentrating on a single symbol, like a pyramid, and imagine yourself climbing it step by step. With each step, visualize yourself rising to a higher state of clarity and purpose. This practice not only trains your mind, but also attunes your energy to vibrate at a higher frequency, opening doors to opportunities and insights that seem almost otherworldly. But here's the secret that no one tells you. All these tools, visualization, symbols, rituals, meditation, they're just ways of unlocking what's already inside you. The knowledge, the power, the potential. It's not locked in some vault or hidden in ancient scrolls. It's within you. These methods simply help you remove the layers of doubt, fear, and conditioning that obscure it. The real challenge isn't finding the knowledge. It's overcoming the resistance to use it. Society, culture, even your own mind, they'll whisper doubts, distract you, and pull you away from this path. They'll tell you it's impossible, or worse, that it's foolish to believe in such power. But here's what you must remember. The greatest minds in history, the ones who reshaped civilizations, were the ones who dared to believe in the unseen and use it to create the impossible. And this is just the beginning. You now stand on the edge of a vast ocean of possibilities. The question is, are you ready to dive in? Because in the depths, waiting for those brave enough to seek it, lies the ultimate secret. A secret that not only shapes your life, but has the power to reshape the world itself. And as you step forward, a new mystery arises. If this knowledge is accessible, what's the next step to mastering it? What are the hidden forces you'll encounter? And how will you overcome them? The answers are waiting, just beyond the veil.